Here are my top 5 worst club season in the EFL 24-25. Number 5, MK Dons. At the start of the season, many people predicted MK Dons to not only be promoted, but to win the division. When you consider that apparently they have the second highest estimated wage bill in the division, that doesn't seem like an unreasonable prediction. But MK Dons finished 19th, only 10 points above the relegation zone, going through 3 managers in the process. Granted, Paul Warne seems like a decent appointment and did start to slightly pick up results for them. But what really adds to their woes is the fact that they failed to score against their arch rivals, who coincidentally went on to win the playoffs. Not a great season for MK Dons. Number 4, Bristol Rovers. Bristol Rovers were relegated from League One, which I think many people were surprised at. I think pre-season I even saw some people predicting Bristol Rovers to finish in the playoffs. Well, they didn't, and they sacked Matt Taylor in December and replaced him with Inigo Calderon from the 18s. He showed some signs of life for Bristol Rovers, but ultimately they went out with a whimper, losing 9 out of their final 10 games and only scoring 5 goals. It was a really poor season for Bristol Rovers, and I know a few of their fans are a little bit worried for next season as well. Number 3, Cardiff City. Cardiff finished rock bottom of the Championship and were relegated. The last time Cardiff played in the 3rd tier was 22 years ago. Now look, relegations happen. Not every season's going to be rosy. But when you have the 7th highest estimated annual wage bill in the Championship, there's no reason why you should be finishing in 24th. To add to that, their final 8 games were a real struggle. Unfortunately, Cardiff went down with a little bit of a whimper. And to make things worse for Cardiff fans, apologies, this is just content, they're going to be racking up some serious distance next year in League One. Number 2, Carlisle United. In the 22-23 season, Carlisle won the League 2 playoff to get promoted to League One. Unfortunately, they were relegated last season straight away. But considering they have the estimated highest annual wage bill in League 2, I don't think anybody really saw them getting relegated again. Well, unfortunately, they did. And to make things worse for Carlisle, they dropped down into probably the hardest division to get out of in the world. Difficult times to be a Carlisle fan, and I hope to see you lot in the Football League again soon. Honourable mentions, my club Gillingham, Morecambe and Shrewsbury. At number 1, Luton Town. Much the same as Carlisle, Luton Town have now experienced back-to-back relegations. They finished 22nd in the Championship after being relegated from the Premier League the previous season and will be playing League One football next season. I think many people had them on to actually get promoted straight back up to the Premier League, especially when you consider parachute payments. For me, this is a Championship squad, and they weren't exactly conservative in their spending. It's been a very difficult year for Luton Town. They've got a proposed new stadium which looks good, but unfortunately they'll be playing League One football for the first time since 2019. Not a positive year for Luton Town. That rounds up my top 5 worst seasons in the EFL. What do you think?